Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we look forward to connect together to listen to your queries, concern, doubts, and clarification. And we look forward to assist you as much as possible so that when we can help you meet your expectations and desired needs related to testing. So we always connect together every Saturday to just make sure that you have a wonderful experience of being a part of this channel altogether. Because, of course, not many channels are really looking forward to look forward to your doubts and clarifications over the tutorials being provided and also assist you as much as possible. So welcome aboard and another live session where we look forward to listen to all your queries, concerns, doubt and clarification. In fact, also we look forward to have your suggestions as much as possible so that we can look forward to make our content more better, more reachable in terms of fulfilling your needs and expectation. So we are here again, looking forward to your queries, whatsoever you may have. Meanwhile, let me also look forward to quickly talk about the specific updates what we have from our channel. Of course, we started building up our ISTQB foundation tutorials. We have so far, I think, reached 1.4. That is the first chapter. And however, I still have to go with a lot of things to be completed. And I've already started getting a lot of amazing response and feedback on the. I'm really happy that I could start it for the people who are preparing on the new syllabus. But just to keep you posted, India is still following 3.1. They will be rolling out 4.0 maybe in another 3 to 4 months of time. So those who are writing in India, that is using Indian Testing Board, make sure that you stick to 3.1 rather than going to 4.0. Okay, and yeah, of course, we shall be looking forward to do some more sample questions from here and bring it up on our website and share it with all of you. Meanwhile, I think I'll be looking forward to have your inputs, suggestions in order to add more value to the tutorials. In fact, I have recently modified the way our videos are going to look like. So many people ask me that, hey, why did you change the template? Because we were used to all your templates and so on. So I think many people had different opinions about the same. And I just consolidated all the feedbacks what we have received from different people at different point of time throughout the journey of 4 to 5 years, and I just consolidated all those feedback and tried to put it together. Many people even said that, hey, we don't see you in the videos. If in case you come and talk face to face, it would make more impact. Some people even spoke about the slide deck being just a reference, rather you explaining the context beyond the slide deck would also be helpful. So that's the reason my videos this time will be slightly longer compared to the earlier, just because I want to give you the best knowledge without going into any training. So that's another important objective what we initiated a few months back, and somehow just because of the time crunch, I could not continue on that. But yes, I shall be looking forward to do more and beyond to help the audience. Meanwhile, the very first comment coming in is Pramod says, hello, Neil sir. How are you? I'm doing fantastic, my friend. How are you doing? It's indeed good to see you every time when we start the live session. I'm really happy that some people are very much dedicated to gaining a lot of knowledge from our live sessions. And one among them is Pramod for sure. And we really get motivated when we see such consistency from people. And I'm really happy that some people are even looking forward to contribute to this channel in terms of helping each other and adding more value towards the learning of testing related context. So yeah, what does that team kindly add likes to it live session? Thank you so much for that recommendation, Pramod. I'm really happy that people are talking about helping our channel grow. This is what I think I wanted to achieve, and I'm pretty much achieved that. When I see people talking about our channel to grow, then that means we have done something good for everyone. And of course, it's not that alone. We keep getting every single day a lot of success messages coming on our chat box, LinkedIn, which they let us know that, hey, we just succeeded with our examination and thank you for your videos, which always keeps us happy and energetic to do the good work for the community beyond, and of course, keep serving them with a lot of other support. So these live sessions are always energetic because of those comments every day what I see, and I at least take out some time. Of course, you know that my timings have changed for the live session because I do have a training from 7 p.m. and did not wanted to say no to all of you, and that's the reason for few weeks I changed my timings from 6 to 7 p.m. Again, next week onwards, it will be back to 7 p.m. just to give you the convenience of getting used to it. So yeah, it's just that sometimes we are so committed that we cannot just you know ignore things, but at the same time we have to be there with all of you to uh, fulfill the promise what we made, the promise that I'll be always there to assist you and respond you well, which I make in every single video at the end, that I'm always there to assist you. So that's one of the things what I'm doing here. Also, Pramod says, my first question for today is, where can we get the free projects to learn Postman, Selenium, Cucumber, TestNG tools? I think these tools are not limited to any kind of free projects. Selenium can be pretty much picked up from any application, because that could be one of the important challenges what you would like to deal with. So I would not say that you should only look forward to some dummy projects. Selenium can be learned directly on the platforms, the applications which you are currently using in your day to day, just to get more challenges. But if you want to really start with some dummy projects like the idle ones, you can always get started right from the Orange HRM or ActiTime. So I'll just drop it anyhow, which would be also helpful for many others. So we have Orange HRM, okay, and ActiTime. These are some of the freewares which people generally make use of in order to start learning automation and have some simple, straightforward objects, and that would be very, very helpful. So yeah, same way for Cucumber also you can do, and TestNG as a part of Selenium itself, you can use the framework. That does not create any difference. So yeah, and how can we add for portfolio? Now, portfolio, of course, you can just add it as your skill, one of the technical knowledge, and you can certainly look forward to, kind of get it through with your certifications if you want to. But if you just want to explicitly mention in your profile, then you can just say that you possess skills related to automation, and these are the tools, and also create a table separately where you can talk about how exactly your technical skills are listed. So I think I know I'm promising a lot of things which sometimes I do not fulfill. That, and I'll create a video which many people have asked me in a long time, that how to create a resume for fresher and how to create a resume for experienced people. So I think I need to take some time out to do that. Okay, so I'll build a video on that pretty much soon, because now I'll have some bandwidth and share it with all of you. Alexander says, where can we get more sample questions for foundation level 4.0? Thank you in advance. So Alexander, you can get 3 mock papers right on the official website of ISTQB. And other than that, for 4.0, we do not have any other mock papers, because people just can't create some dummy questions here and there. But they can't just create it. Second thing, even if they create it, that will not be helpful, because that will not meet the desired level of strictness what you need to have in the examination. So you have 3 mock papers available on the official website. So please refer to that, and that should do the job what you're looking for. Okay, I wish you all the very best for your examination and preparation. What are you doing for the foundation level 4.0? Okay. Promo says, what does the TestNG tool? What does the TestNG tool, and how can we implement for testing? So TestNG is basically a framework, just like JUnit. Okay, when it comes to unit testing frameworks or unit testing of an application, we either can use JUnit as a part of the Eclipse or IntelliJ, or I can even make use of TestNG. So these two are exactly the same sort of frameworks and do unit testing, and they provide you a set of annotations which allows you to run independent test as a single test case, and also deals with different annotations which talks about running something once in the beginning, running something once at the end, and like at the rate before, at the rate after, at the rate test case, and at the rate data provider, which basically allows you to parameterize a test within the execution format. So yes, TestNG is just like another framework like JUnit, which are both useful for unit testing. Okay. So yeah, not only just limited to unit testing, these annotations can be used for modularizing your script and helps you to simplify and manage your scripts in a very simple and easy way. Okay, so both are same. Either you learn JUnit or TestNG does the job. TestNG will also give you a better output window results. JUnit does not have very good result window, but TestNG has a very good interface on the result of that. Okay, Samyukta, Samyukta Yogendra. Hello there, new subscriber here. Thank you so much. May I know if your book includes the new syllabus? Not right now, my dear. We have to revise it. We, in the sense, we always include myself and you all. So yes, I have to revise it, and the second revision probably will be available next year. So as a lot of organizations, a lot of countries have not yet rolled out, so I'm taking my time to revise the book meanwhile, and as soon as it is revised, I'll be publishing my next version or next edition of the book, probably coming next year, January somewhere. So right now, my old the book which you currently see online, will not be covering exactly as per 4.0, but for your kind of information, things have been removed and only one or two topics have been added. So if you think you want to go with the book still, you can always go through that because it's not a major change. One technique has been added into chapter 4, and some of the topics have been removed from chapter 1 and 5 or chapter 6 as well. So removal is more compared to that of addition. So if you still want to go with the book, there is no harm. You can always go with that. But currently, to your question, the answer is the book is as per 3.1. Okay. Yeah. Alexander says, thank you. You're welcome. Samyukta says, my other query is, can I take this exam even if I'm a fresher, which is best the older version of the syllabus or new one? I think if you are having the provision to take on the new version, because I do understand many other boards and countries have already rolled out 4.0, I would strongly recommend that you take on the latest version itself. Okay, because it's just that people may look forward to it saying that, hey, you are newly certified and so on. So I would suggest, there's no big difference as some of the topics have been removed. In fact, 4.0 will be much easier because some of the topics have been removed to prepare well and succeed. And second important thing, you said prerequisite that you are a fresher, can I take it? Yes, we have even made final year graduation students pass the examination with our training. So there are no prerequisite for it. As a fresher, you can always look forward to it, and it is recommended because you will be having a good job hunt with a better portfolio in the market. Okay, so given that you can showcase some of the certifications in your profile will always be, look forward to as one of the potential candidate for any organization. Okay, so I hope that answers both of your question. Let me know if you have anything else. I will look to answer that. Promote says, got that. Thank you. So you're welcome. Promote says, do we need to take once again for fourth version of ISTQB Foundation, whether the corporate world differs with the certification version? No, not at all. It's not recommended that you should take purposefully the new version once again. Your validity remains for lifetime, so it's not necessary. It's completely optional. If someone wish to take once again 4.0, they can always go ahead and take it. Okay, but it's not mandatory. It's not that your previous credentials are no longer valid and you should rewrite on the 4.0. So it's optional. If you wish to, you can take it, but it does not make a big difference because once certified, you are always certified. And however, 3.1 in that context will still have a better value. The reason is 4.0 has limited content. But let me tell you, organizations do not come to ISTQB website to compare that what has changed between two syllabus. Okay, so it's just that, do you have a certification for what you learned? Do you have a certification which justifies at corporate level that you are a good candidate for testing? And that's what the most important thing is, right? So as far as you are able to justify them, give them some certifications on your portfolio, that is more than enough for any organization because they themselves do not know the difference between two versions of syllabus. Okay, so 3.1 will stand good if you have that certification already with you. But yeah, I know you have it. So it's just that like you don't need to rewrite it once again. Samyukta says, may I know how the pattern of the exam? Many recommended that I work sometime before taking the exam. Is it because it is called difficult to clear? No, I don't think so. Someone should say you that it is difficult to clear, because given that a person understands and follow the context of testing, which indeed you are doing in preparation to get into the market, right? In order to crack the interview, all you need to have is the knowledge of testing. And as you are gaining knowledge of testing, you can even get certified, right? So it's not difficult to pass, subjected you know the concepts what has been discussed in the syllabus. And that's where my tutorials will help you, right? So my tutorials will help you to understand those concepts and get stick to the content and syllabus. And once you're through with that, certainly it's very easy and simple to crack the examinations. Okay, so it's not really necessary. Of course, someone who has recommended you that you should work for some time is also not incorrect. That also is really good, because once you start working you will understand a lot of concept. But it's not that, what I wanted to clarify here is, it's not that only the person who works in the industry can pass the examination. Okay, but yeah, things will be slightly here and there, but we have made very simple in our tutorials, so you can just give it a try. I'm not again denying any recommendation or not strongly recommending that you should go for it. I'm saying go through the playlist, try starting understanding the concepts. If you think, no, Neeraj, I'm not able to understand what you're saying at all, then take your time. Okay? Go as per you always. Do not go by anyone, including me. Always judge yourself that is that something I'm able to grasp? Is that something I'm able to understand and correlate? As far as you are able to do that, you are good for the certification. Okay, as I told you, even we have done the certification for final year students. And can you believe that they don't even know anything about testing, right? So point being made is, if you understand the concepts, you are even getting prepared for your interviews and you can take up the examination. But if you think, no, Neeraj, I'm not able to correlate, then please take your time, go through some of the, job, exercises in real time, and then you can come back and always take it. So just being very straightforward, the right suggestion is what I'll give you. So that's my final suggestion. Take your own call. And if you think you are able to understand everything, then you are good. If in case you think, no, it's confusing, I'm not able to correlate, then please come back. Okay. We'll always be happy to serve you. Okay. Pramod says, can you please recommend the tools for performance testing, which which the corporate world is having the boom? See, performance testing, I would suggest the very common tool today in the market is Load Runner, but it's very expensive. So the organization working with these tools are very well known in the industry, because these tools are not so cheap. It's pretty expensive. But on the other hand, if you want to start with some open source tools, you can always talk about Neo Load, or JMeter. Okay, and I do not have tutorials for both of them. Yeah, seriously, I am yet to prepare about the same. But for load runner, I have tutorials. Okay, so you can start working on load runner and preparing on that. But when it comes to things like neoload and jmeter, I'm yet to create the tutorials on my other channel. So if you want to um, get into the load runner tutorials, this is my channel name, Testing in Nutshell, where I only create playlists or tutorials related to testing tools. So you can have a look there. So load runner is one of the common market tools which are very hi-fi tools, and certainly works for most of the organization. If not, you can talk about neoload and jmeter. So these are open source, which you can also alternatively start with. Okay, Samyukta says, thank you very much for you clearing my dilemma. Yeah, you're always welcome. That's what we are here for. And we look forward to assist people with such confusions and give them the best. Okay, so what's next? Dinesh, good evening, sir. Very good evening, Dinesh. I hope you're doing absolutely fine. And yeah, you were supposed to let me know. You went for some interview. What happened about that? I could not recall, did I get any response back from you? You told me that you were going for an interview. and I didn't get revert back on that. So please let me know, how was it? What was your experience? We'll be happy to know about that. Yes, team, go ahead. If you got a question, this live session is only for you, and looking forward to respond. Oh, what was that? I was just rejected. What do you mean by just rejected? What that just is doing there? Like, didn't they talk to you as well or something? Because I see some expression in that statement says, "I was just rejection." Yeah, that comes up. There comes a motivation. Rejections are the lessons. Yeah, always. Okay, by the way, for all those people who are listening, Dinesh was actually getting into some of the training roles, and he wanted to approach one of the organizations to start his career as a trainer. And he went there for the interview. It's not for testing role. Okay. So he's already a tester in mobile application. He's just looking forward to get into training. How do I know that? There are some specific followers who don't leave us in any place and they keep sharing a lot of things with us. That's how I know about some of the people. And yeah. Okay, Anjali says, "Hello, sir. I'm preparing for ISTQB Foundation, planning to take my exam from January. The version is changing, it seems. So, whether it is better to take the upgraded version or any version would be fine." Uh, January it is changing. Who said that? Okay, first point, no. Let me just clarify. Did ITB declare that or not? I don't know if it is posted anywhere. Let me check their official website if they have rolled out anywhere when it comes to foundation. 2018, 2018, 2018. So again, I'm not sure about that if they have someone or you read it somewhere that it will be rolling out from January. But if it is doing so, I would suggest that you write it on the 4.0 itself because that would be good for you because you'll be writing it recently, then always write it on the latest and greatest. And however, when you will be preparing for the examination, by then I'll also have supporting tutorials for you where I've already almost completed chapter one and another five chapters to go. So by the time you write on January, you will also have the supporting material. So two big reasons to wait if in case it is getting rolled out. But it does not make a difference, just for your kind information. It does not make a difference which certification you are writing on, sorry, which version, because it just remains valid throughout the lifetime. Okay. So in particular, there is no difference. But if you can wait, then I would suggest that yes, better to write on 4.0. And by then you will also have supporting materials on the internet on my channel. So just look forward to that. Okay. Pramod says rejection. Okay, fine. Dinesh says yes. He asked me, why do you want to join as a trainer from QA? Yeah, of course. You could have said him that I want to share my knowledge. I answered that I'm interested in training, teaching, and this very answer annoyed him. And I don't know why. What should I answer if I'm interested in doing so? Uh, I don't know if that sounds annoying at all because someone is coming to me. Of course, I love training, so I would always admire that person who is coming to me saying that I'm interested in training. I would immediately say, yeah, leave your desk job, come here, I'll make your future. But currently, I don't have offers to roll out. But I don't think why he should or she should feel annoyed about it because someone from a desk job gaining experience is interested to deliver knowledge or start training is always good. I don't see really a point that why should someone feel annoyed about it. That doesn't make sense. Okay. But yeah, maybe he thought he's trying to fake out or probably looking forward to, for the part time, where he will be also parallelly engaged with his work or something. He would have felt so, maybe, because sometimes people want full time commitment on the training side because they also have to do a lot of session. But just with one question, I don't think that was the right place for you then. Good, you didn't get shortlisted, I must say that. Because even if you got shortlisted, this person would have ruined your happiness. And you would rather than learning something, you would have, in fact, ruined your own career. So I'm happy that you got rejected. Okay. Don't worry. You still prepare and keep approaching. You will certainly have some good opportunities and you can start working on that. Okay. What did I miss here? Pramod says, does the JMeter neo loader are the free to use, or should we buy it with the licensed version and exam, even Appium for mobile application? Appium is a different thing altogether. Okay, that's for the mobile application functional testing. JMeter and NeoLoad are basically the performance testing tool for Windows-based application or desktop-based application. So JMeter is freeware, and for NeoLoad you get trial versions. Okay, so you don't really have to worry about that. You don't really need a license as such to start learning about them. Okay, so that would be the response to your question. And Appium is a totally different thing for the mobile application, and these two are for desktop and web-based application. Okay, Samyukha says, can you suggest me how to prepare for the exam? Suggestion is what we are doing here, my friend. You are on the channel, and the channel has all the playlists what you may need in order to prepare for your certification. And just allow me a moment. Let me quickly grab the shortcut or the hyperlink to the playlist directly, and that's where you can get started with. So here we go, copied the link and putting it on the chat. Okay, so Samyuka, you can get started from this playlist. It has around 42 videos to learn from, and you can get started with your introduction to the certification. Indeed, everything. Okay, just not introduction. Then he says yes, but I don't know why he did so. Okay. Dheeraj says, can I crack ISTQB foundation level by only watching your tutorials? If not, suggest any book or study material. Again, I think for this question, I have a very ready-made answer. Number one, based on at least 10,000 people, suggestions which has come back to our channel, they could crack the examination without referring anything else. And their comment says so. I'm not saying it based on people recommendation. And second thing is, of course, if you really are fond of reading something while preparing, because everyone has their own way of learning new concepts, right? So not necessarily everybody just gets driven by the video. People have their own pace of learning. People have their own aspect of grabbing something new. So if you are someone who loves reading a book to understand something better, then of course I do have my book on Amazon. You can just search by my name, Neeraj Kumar Singh, or just search by ISTQB Foundation followed by Neeraj, and you'll get my book on Amazon, and you can purchase that. That would be very helpful for your preparation. Okay, so yeah, that's an optional thing, but trust me, the videos are very detailed and caters everything what you may need to know. I would still suggest as a concluding thing, start with videos. If you think you are missing dots to connect, then go for the book. But if you think, no, I could understand the videos, you're good to go. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Kirad Rizwan says, hello Neeraj. Hello Kirad. Should I call you Kirad or Rizwan? That's fine. I have passed the examination with distinction. Thank you so much for your tutorials. Indeed, my pleasure, Kirad, and congratulations on the success. Thank you for taking some time out and letting us know about your result. We really feel happy, like we all together feel really happy when people have success messages or success stories to share with us. And also taking out some time and letting us know about the success keeps us always motivated and smiling, because it's really good to hear back from the people when they say that we could help them, right? So we wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors, Kirat, and do let us know if there are any other questions. And of course, I think I would really anyhow, many people are already doing it. That's the reason our channel is the world's best. But please do subscribe to the channel, team. YouTube algorithm understands those things to spread the word themselves. And do not forget to drop a thumbs up on the videos, especially on this live one, because we want to reach or have maximum reach to our QA community, because many people do not know that we conduct this live session, because I alone cannot reach out to everyone in the world, even if I'm doing the best work in the world. But sometimes the platforms do play a very vital role, and platforms are completely driven by you. So do support your like, do subscribe to the channel. This will help YouTube understand that people are loving this, and they will further recommend it to many other QA based on their interest. And one way, you are not helping me, you are actually helping other QA members as a courtesy to help them learn about something, gets their doubt clarified, and so on, right? So thank you so much for your support so far, and we are looking forward to build a better community of QA with great knowledge being shared from this particular channel. Okay, so Samika says, as you said, if I start with the playlist, it's good for the newer version. It's good for the newer version. No, it's for 3.1. The link which I have shared is for 3.1. But if you want to go with the new version, okay, I'm still busy building the playlist for that, which is not yet complete. I'm still on chapter 1. I started recently. So this is for 4.0. Okay, so here is the link for that. But again, it depends on when you are writing it and when, where you are writing it. If you're writing in India, it will take some time. Okay, so you can go with 3.1. But if you want to wait for a month or so, my playlist will be ready by then. So you can even go with 4.0. Okay. Okay, that answers some of your questions. Pramod Kalekar says, Dheeraj Pawar, yes, I'm one of them to crack foundation level with referring to TM Square channel. Thank you so much for that recommendation, Pramod. I'm really happy to have such people on our platform who further recommend it. Okay, Dheeraj says, thank you, you're welcome. Chaitanya says, hi sir, I've cleared my ISTQB foundation level certificate and got 70% by watching your videos. Can you please suggest any next certificate which is related to performance or automation? If you say precisely performance or automation, we do have a performance tester certification under specialist. So you can start preparing for that. And let me just quickly pick up because I have the page open and I can quickly grab the link. Where is it? Here is it. Okay. So right here, this is the ISTQB PT, which is performance tester playlist, which I already have on my channel, and you can get started right from here. Okay. And again, if in case you are interested for automation, I would uh, not strongly recommend that go with the first preference, but after performance testing, you can look forward to this. So we do have certification related to automation, and right here you can check it out that we do have ISTQB TAE, which stands for Test Automation Engineer. Okay, so you can even look forward to that. But just because you gave me two options, I would say first go for performance, and then second you can go for automation. Okay, so that would be the right sequence to take it up, because performance certification will help you better to recognize your professional journey much better than the automation certification. Okay, I hope that helps you to prepare well. And congratulations. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Congratulations, Chaitanya, on your success on the foundation level. And I'm really happy that I could assist. The channel could provide you the material to prepare well. And we look forward to really a bright career for you ahead. Okay. Dinesh says the best book I have read that and with videos, it's Sone Pe Suhaga. Thank you so much for the comments on the book. I'm really happy. Indeed, yes. The only book on the planet right now which comes with content with supporting videos. And I generally put QR codes in each topic so that people can just scan the QR code and even watch a quick video to summarize that particular topic. So my book had this feature, and people really appreciated this book just because of that particular feature as well. Because you learn the things and then you just summarize it with a short video of 10 to 15 minutes of time. So it was really great. So thank you so much, Dinesh, for sharing your inputs. Samika says, thank you very much. You're welcome. Pramod says, do we need coding knowledge for Gmeter or Neoloader and Appium as we require for Selenium? JMeter and Neoloader, you would not need much of the coding. Yeah, basic coding would be required. Basic, very basic, because it works on the principle of record and playback. Okay, so you capture the scripts and then you run them with the added load. But when it comes to Appium for functional testing, of course, you need full-fledged coding knowledge, because that's for functional testing, and you will have to write Selenium. You know that Selenium, as a part of Selenium, you configure Appium for mobile application testing. So it's much needed to have a good coding knowledge. Okay, so these are two different things. Again, don't connect them together. JMeter and Neoloader are performance testing tools for desktop and web application. Appium is functional testing tool for the mobile applications. Okay, finally taking a breath after 35 minutes. Good. Back to back questions. We have a lot of things. So I'm happy that when I'm talking on this live session continuously, sitting idle does not make any sense on this live session because we should have as many questions being answered as a part of this live session, and we try to cater you as much as possible. So feel free, drop your queries whatsoever you may have, and let me know if you have any questions related to the same, and I would be more than happy to assist you. Yes, team, any more questions? Feel free to drop them on the chat. We'll pick it up from there and talk about it. Pramod says, for the next ISTQB certification in specialist, which one do you recommend, sir? Uh, See, specialist, as you do understand yourself, that these are mainly for the people who are working on a specialist profession or specialist domain. For example, you might be an automotive tester, you might be an AI tester, you might be an performance tester, mobile application tester, or game tester, gambling tester. So it's not that what I recommend. It is completely driven by you, what you are related to, and you can look forward to get certified there, right? So there is no recommendation as such. Yeah, if you ask me that I'm a game tester, what should I go for next? I would certainly suggest you that go for game testing, right? So it's not that what should I recommend in specialist. You can look forward if you are looking forward to build your career into a particular domain or particular specialty like security tester, performance tester, usability tester. Then you can look forward to add those certifications to your tree. But otherwise, it's completely driven by people who are working on such domains and they want to take up those certifications. Okay, so it's not that what do we recommend, it's more about what do you want to be or what you are doing in your day-to-day work. Okay, so I don't have any recommendations as such like that, but yeah, you can, I just told you different certification name, so you can look forward to what you would like to take up next. Samyukha says, may I know the difference between the reliability and soak testing? See, reliability is more about the accuracy of the product. That means how accurately, how precisely the results are being displayed several times when you try to attempt any kind of activity on the system. And based on number of attempts we make for the same set of activity, we judge the reliability of the system. But soak testing is a performance level of testing. That means under performance, we have 5 types of performance testing: load, stress, volume, soak, and spike. Okay, so soak is more of like when you apply the load for a prolonged period of time. That means you keep 50 user, you log in 50 user, and keep them logged in for 3 hours, 4 hours to see the behavior. How does the system behave? For example, if I ask you to lift 10 kg and drop, you would do it very happily. I don't know what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, how your body and other things is, but still 10 kg anybody understands, right? You can just lift the 10 kg and drop it within a second. That's doable. But if I ask you to lift 10 kg and hold it for 1 hour, maybe your hand will start aching, and probably at the end of 10 or 15 minutes, you will drop the weight. You cannot keep it for 1 hour. Exactly the same concept being applied in our application also. That what if 50 users are continuously working for 2 to 3 hours? Does the system behave weird and starts aching and stops responding, right? Or the response time increases. So that's what we call it as soak testing. Okay, that scenario when we test it with number of users, we call it as soak, or otherwise, we also know it very popularly as endurance testing, which is exactly the other synonym of soak. Okay, so that's the difference between reliability and soak. Reliability is more of like preciseness and accuracy, whereas soak is more from the endurance point of view, that is performance. Tahir says, hi Neeraj Bhai. Hello Tahir Bhai. Good to see you. I hope you are doing good. Yes, I am. Thank you so much. And I hope you are also doing absolutely fine. Can you please explain difference between smoke testing and build verification testing? I think there are no differences between these two terms. When I talk about smoke, it's one kind of build verification test itself. Smoke is more like a title which is given from a hardware industry. Why hardware industry? Let me share that story with you. When hardware industry or embedded systems, they print the circuit on the PCB, which is printed circuit board, then the very first thing what they do is do a quick smoke test. What does they do? Basically, they just connect the jacks to connect all the circuits without the component, and they pass input from one side and see the output on the other side. If in case the printing is not done correctly, okay, if the printing of the circuit is not done properly in the PCB and they have anywhere connection, like short circuit will happen and the circuit will burn and a smoke will come out, and that's how they called it as smoke testing. Okay, so smoke testing is a terminology which comes from these domains, that is hardware, electrical, electronics, okay, and embedded systems where PCB circuits and components are involved. Whereas the same thing in the world of technology or world of software industry, we prefer calling it as build verification test, because build is more of our software module. So that's how the basic difference goes, but both have the similar objective, just a different naming convention because of two different industries. So there is no difference between that, and I hope you get it very clearly. Another one, any difference between smoke and sanity? Yes, smoke and sanity have a difference because it goes in the same line. So smoke is more of like targeting the key feature. If I have to relate it to the software industry, I would say this is more of like a critical feature of a module being tested precisely, and other features I don't worry about. For example, if I give you a sign up page, then you'll just randomly fill some value and click on sign up to check whether sign up button is working or not. That's called as smoke testing, or we refer to as deeper. That means one critical feature full fledged. But sanity is a broader, okay, broader in the sense I'll just randomly check each field that they are all doing respective work or not. For example, name field is enabled and accepting some inputs. Phone number field is enabled, accepting some inputs. So when I do broader testing, that means try to test different parts of the module, different fields of the module. I call it as sanity. But if I just take one critical feature and test it fully, like try with positive and negative scenarios, then I call it as smoke testing. So smoke is deeper, one particular feature, but full fledged, and sanity is high level and multiple features. That's two key differences between smoke and sanity. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Tarbhai. Just let me know. Dinesh says, sir, as per suggestions, I have also registered on Urban Pro for 1-to-1 session, got few queries, but when I submit the request, nothing happens. How to convert queries into training? Any suggestions? You should have coins with you, right? So use those coins to get the contact details and give them a call. See, you as an individual trainer, you have to act like a salesman, a marketing man, and the delivery person also, right? One man army. So use those coins what you have got and try to get the number by submitting the coins, and give them a call and say that, hey, just now you search for this particular training and I think I can help you with that. So tell me, get into the conversation that what exactly your need is, what kind of training you're doing or what kind of work you're doing, what is your key expectation. Give them immediately, ask them for the email ID, send them the outline what you will be covering. You need any help, just let me know that these are standard training what I'm looking forward to deliver. Can you give me a standard outline for that? I already have many of them, so I'll share it with you. So get in touch with them, talk to them, and try to let them know that who you are and you are going to take care of them. That's how one-to-one session works. Okay, initially like 5 to 6 years ago, I certainly used to deliver the sessions, and I used to do the same thing. Nobody will reach out to you until unless you are a top of the list. Okay, so I used to get call from students after some time because I certainly made it to the rank one, and I was the rank one instructor of software testing in Bangalore. So many people used to come directly to me instead of me reaching them. But initially, I did the same to gain that position. So, yes, it will not happen if you just submit your code or respond to them. You have to make a call to them and talk to them and so on. Okay. Praveen Pawar says, is AI tester will be in demand? Also, how can I learn AI testing? AI testing will be in demand, yes, of course, because all the things, any kind of industry, any kind of segment is going to look forward to the AI as a component to be a part of their module, their application, and that certainly is going to demand the people to support it. So of course, it's always good and highly recommended that if you could learn more about AI testing and upgrade yourself with those skills, what the industry might be looking down the line. And if you want to learn about AI testing, so I'm sharing you the link to the same. I do have a playlist which talks about it, and here is the link to do that. So Praveen, you can very well go ahead and start learning the concepts of AI testing right from this playlist. Okay. Do let me know if you have anything else. LS says, will they ask maximum of two-wise, pair-wise testing in ISTQB test and as exam? No, they can even go up to three-wise, okay, or full-wise. You have been through the technique. So we have one-wise, two-wise, three-wise. But again, depends on number of classes given to you. Sorry, classification given to you. If you have three classification, maximum is three-wise. If you have four classification, maximum is four-wise. So it's not that they will only ask you up to two-wise, they will ask you up to full coverage also, which is full wise. So whatever number of classification you have, that's it. Number of classes, keep multiplying them. You know the shortcut, right? If the first all the three classification have three classes each, then it is 3 into 3 into 3. Okay, so total is 27. Okay, if you say uneven, like first classification have two classes, second classification has three classes, third classification has four classes, then for one wise you take the maximum, that is 4, then you say 4 cross 1, so 4 test cases. If you say two wise, 4 and 3, so 4 into 3 is 12. Okay, you just have to multiply the maximum 2. Then if you say three wise or full coverage, because if we have three classification, then 4 into 3 into 2, so 24. Okay, 4 into 3 into 2, 24. That's what is three wise or full coverage. Full coverage means all the classification, maximum possibility. Okay, so they can ask you beyond two wise also. And what is it? Also, do we have to draw decision tables for any question in this paper? Not in this question, but when you go to decision table, of course you have to draw, but as a rough work. Okay, so we have two options: collapse decision table or non-collapse decision table, right? So for non-collapse, you will have the full coverage, all the again 2 raised to number of conditions. So if it is 4 condition, 2 raised to 4. So you just follow that. And if it is collapsed, then just keep each test being covered at least once. Okay, each condition being tested at least once, right? So true, 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 and 4 test cases you will have. So collapse and non-collapse, you will have to draw the table to get it. But if they don't use any trick, then 2 raised to number of condition is your answer. Okay, for the non-collapsed. For collapsed, it is just number of condition. Okay, so you do have shortcuts. For non-collapsed, it is number of conditions, and for non-collapsed, 2 raised to number of conditions. Okay, if you don't use any trick, it's not blindly. Huh? If they have any trick, that what should you do for negative and positive, please be careful with that. Okay, all the people who are wondering what I'm talking about, this is test analyst, advanced level. Okay. Samyukta says, do you use different test case design technique at time to carry out testing of a single feature, or is it one technique for one feature? Uh, Not very blindly to say. It could be one feature, one technique, or one feature, multiple technique also. For example, we also have a concept in testing where we say that in order to gain better coverage or better confidence on a particular feature, I can even look forward to combine techniques. For example, I can combine equivalence partition and boundary value analysis to get the best coverage possible. Same way, I can combine equivalence partition to get the ranges with decision table to get the decision combinations, right? So I can always look forward to combine multiple techniques to get the best coverage or best confidence possible. So yes, it is possible that you can use multiple techniques combined together to test a feature or design test cases for a feature, but not necessary. If you think at some scenario one technique is enough to get what you want, then you don't have to use multiple techniques. Okay, so we have to make a judgment. We generally make a judgment based on criticality of the feature. Highly critical, we use combination of techniques, but less critical or not critical at all, simple features, we just use one technique to solve that. Okay. Dinesh says, thanks, you're welcome. Tahir says, thank you so much for the clear explanation. I'm always interested to listen to the real world examples that you give and then make an analogy with the testing world. Thank you so much for your compliment there. And indeed, this is what our objective is all about, that we don't just read books or give you a book definition, rather, try to correlate with what you can understand and also help you apply that back into the industry. So real time examples are the most important thing in any of the discussion. As far as you are helping people apply them back, that's the best explanation, is what I consider. But theoretical definition, you can even find something on Wikipedia and Google. You don't need me for that. But when someone in person is trying to explain, it is always about giving them more realistic examples, which helps them to get the better understanding. Chaitanya says, thank you so much, Neeraj, for your suggestions. You're welcome, Chaitanya. That's what we are trying to do here. Samyukta says, thank you so much. You're welcome too. Yep, I think I'm again caught up with all the comments here. Do not forget to drop a thumbs up, team, if you are here and you are happy with what we are doing. Do spread the word. Do share our videos or channel link with your colleagues and friends. And do not forget to subscribe the channel. That's how YouTube understands that people love our channel. Okay. Thank you so much for doing so. Dinesh says, is there any way that I can start mock training sessions with you so that I can come into the flow as an experienced one uh, when I act as a real trainer? Why not? I currently am doing a lot of corporate sessions, as you know yourself. Like, I explained to you last time when we met that cannot allow you to be entertained in those sessions. But if I'm doing any such session where you are actually allowed, where I can have a provision to have you into my one of the sessions, then I would certainly ping you offline on WhatsApp and keep you posted so that you can join the session and shadow me to get some insights about how exactly to do that. In fact, before you could say this, I already had this in mind, and I was always looking forward to that opportunity where I can connect with you and let you know that you can participate. But trust me, my sessions are completely driven by corporate, and the companies do not have any rooms for negotiation that someone else can join in our data, because I sign non-disclosure agreements when we do sessions with them, because people will be sharing a lot of real-time project questions to us, and they generally ask us to write a contract and all that you will not disclose it outside. So allowing a third person just for shadowing and listening is very difficult to get approval for. But trust me, as soon as I have something very lenient, I will certainly look forward to have you there. Okay. Tahir says, do you think ISTQB certifications can be improved if, along with theoretical info, there is something related to real world testing scenarios and tools to use? If you were in the board, which change will you bring in the current ISTQB exam rules and procedures? I think I would blend it more with the practicality of the industry. Okay, of course, because it's more theoretically driven. But now things are slightly improved over a period of time. They are not talking about hard coded things in the 4.0. They're trying to talk more from the agile and real way of dealing with things. But trust me, that still needs a little bit of improvement, and real world examples would make more sense. But also, let me tell you why ISTQB does not talk about it, because ISTQB is generic across the world. Okay, so it's not limited to one company or two company. Rather, it is talking about different companies across the world, and they're just trying to cater that every industry can come here and participate and get certified. So it's just that they cannot talk about one practice which is followed in company A but not followed in company B. So that's where they will be conflicting, okay, or not fulfilling everybody's need. But I think without conflicting also, without conflicting as well, you can really have some good real-time examples, and that's where our books are, right? The books are talking about such things, which certainly helps any individual to learn beyond the theoretical context. So I think yes, we can really implement a lot of real-time examples, that what it does look like in reality, which will help people like Samyuka, who is new to the industry and trying to learn things. Okay, they will have really very correlative content and will be able to even apply back that what exactly they learned. Okay, So yeah, I think real time examples would be much more recommended here and will help any learner to gain better understanding. Dheeraj says, what are your thoughts on future of manual testing? See, there are still many applications in the world which cannot be tested with tools. Okay. And simple things are like game testing. Game testing is done by playing the games. You can't test it automatically. Come on, you're talking about graphics, you're talking about interfaces, you're talking about user friendliness, you're talking about user retention, and that has to be played by yourself, right? By a human being, human mind. Automation rules are good for web-based applications, desktop applications, but again, as far as that product is stable, automation is still not 100% accurate. Okay, there are applications, there are tools which do not understand what is automation or do not give you those locators, those IDs, those precise elements that can really imitate when it comes to automation. In fact, if you talk about things like Salesforce, Cloud, SAP, they do have challenges with automation till date, right? And forget about, however, the localized softwares. If I talk about cloud solutions like AWS and so on, we are struggling to a certain extent with automating it 100%. We are only able to automate 70 to 80%. So manual testing will be there, but let's not be just promoting it blindly. It will reduce the number of people. Okay, we have to accept the fact that number of manual testers will be less compared to automation, but it will not vanish. But if you're really sure that I'll be those one minimum remaining in the market and I will sustain, then that's a different story. But I would blindly recommend people, literally, I'm saying it blindly. I know what I'm saying, but I'm saying blindly recommend people that go ahead and start working on automation in parallel, because the job roles are certainly going to come down, but it will not vanish zero. Okay, it will not happen zero, but point is it will come down. People will look forward to increase productivity and spend money. Earlier there was a time I didn't have budget in my pockets to go with the automation tool, but today every single startup also has enough budget by getting sponsored or getting investments and funding from different organizations and able to afford automation tool. If not, at least open source tools like Selenium. So no cost involved, but they do automation, right? Because productivity is something which is going to be more important down the line than consuming time. I hope you get the exact meaning behind what I'm trying to say. So look forward to upgrade yourself to automation if you want to be a part of the market. But again, I'm just saying manual testing will go down, but will not vanish. But automation will be in more demand. Even a manual tester will be asked for that, do you know automation? However, you will be doing manual testing. You know why? Because down the line, if I have to move to automation, then I don't have to hire a different resource. I can just ask you to continue as an automation tester. Okay, so parallelly, if in case you are in manual testing, I would strongly suggest that start parallelly preparing automation. If you're already doing automation, that's really good. Okay, but the reason it will retain, because not 100% automation is possible. Okay, and humans cannot be replaced by machines, which is my strong feeling, and I practically can justify things at many places. So it's not that machines can replace human beings. Humans are human. Okay, we can automate some of the things to reduce our effort, but we cannot replace human beings by having automation. Okay, because our observation, our mindset, our perceptions can go beyond the script written for automation. And don't forget, an automation script will only do what you ask them to do, nothing beyond that. Okay, but we can do more than what we are asked to do. Simple, no? You go to shop to get something, but you get a lot of news for your friend. That this happened, I saw this guy roaming around with that person, and so on. So humans are humans, but automation is going to the shop, getting the thing, coming back. No updates, no news articles, no garam masala. So that's the point. So manual will always remain manual, okay, and they will have their own stand. And as of like there are many platforms which are still not supporting automation. Dinesh says manual is base. Yes, of course, and base must be strong enough for higher automation building. Why not? Well said. Yes, team, all caught up again. Do we have any more questions? Because we just hit an hour, and after this, I have a training in another 15 minutes of time, starting for US on ISTQB Foundation itself. Yeah, you would say what this guy is busy with. Weekends are also packed. Sorry, guys, to say that. People, when they don't find weekdays on my calendar, they block even my strike of my weekends, and they say that please, 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 just do that. Yes, Tahir. Don't want to say it again and again, but yeah, that's my schedule. Just because sometimes they insist saying that we want you only. We don't want any replacement. We don't want any other trainer. Tell me when you are available. We'll just attend it. So yeah, and US, of course, after 6, that's where they start working or start their day. So we only have to do it. Any more questions, team? Okay, so I think that's a good point and good note to close our day. Indeed, I'm really happy that I was continuously talking for the last 60 minutes without taking a pause or without taking a long break. And this is how I want our live sessions to be. So, once again, thank you so much for being a part of this session. And of course, the live sessions are just not about asking questions, but of course, to grab a lot of takeaways as a good listener also. And we insist that people should join here just to listen to the conversation and take as much knowledge as away from here, because we certainly have great examples, great use cases, and case studies to share with you when one asks us a question, right? So, once again, thank you, each one of you, for being a part of this live session, because without you, this session will be incomplete, in fact, unsuccessful doing it live here. Okay, so thank you so much for contributing. Thank you so much for making this successful. And indeed, we look forward to more such successful live sessions coming again, right? So every Saturday, we look forward to connect for an hour where we look forward to listen to your queries and concern and doubts and clarification and try to answer them as much as possible. Do not forget to like the video, do subscribe to the channel to get followed with all the latest updates what we have. So that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being a part of this live session, team, and happy learning. See you soon. Take care, stay safe, and see you next week. Bye bye.